A 16-year-old is in custody accused of gunning down his parents. His mother has already died, and his father, a former NFL player, fighting for his life. Another teacher in Katy is in hot water for, you guessed it, having sex with a student. We'll tell you who it is and the charges that person faces.
You all on Facebook.
It was a beating, discipline, seen across the world. For 5 long minutes, a mother goes in on her daughter live on Facebook. Did that mother go too far? We tackle it with the experts at our Mommy Roundtable. Are you broke but you want to take a vacation before school starts? We have broke-ass vacations coming your way. An award-winning chart-topping rapper, Bun B. His portfolio has more than just music in it. We'll talk to the entertainer who's brought his wife, Queenie, along. That plus Factor gives tonight.
This is The Factor, Uncensored.
And welcome to the Isiah Factor Uncensored. We're coming to you live once again from Boudreaux's 610 near the Galleria. We have a jam-packed house, jam-packed guest list, and we have some breaking news coming from Angela Chin, who will be joining us right now. Now, Angela, there have been some new developments when it comes to this tragic case in Houston involving the death of former NFL player and his wife. Tell us about that.
All right, we're going to start from the beginning. And like we said, we all know this. They seem like the perfect family and a perfect home. But we all know looks can be deceiving. It is official. We have received word the mother and father are dead in this story after being shot by their teenage son. Their son is now in custody. Now, the shooting happened in the family's BELLAIRE home overnight on Palmetto. But here's the thing. We don't know why he shot them. And if you're a football fan, you may have heard of the father. His name is Antonio Armstrong, and he played for Texas A&M, and after that, he bounced around a bit in the NFL before playing a while in the Canadian Football League. Now, he was retired after he got injured, started a gym business, and a neighbor told us Antonio was also an associate pastor. So, here's what we know. They didn't have any signs of family troubles, no forced entry into the house. Authorities told us that the Armstrongs had 2 teenage boys and a younger girl, and that the 16-year-old was the one who pulled the trigger. So,
and so
again,
far, no motive. We
no, we don't know, and that's the thing. They seem like such a tight family, and here this happened. So, you know, something obviously was going on. We just don't know what. And
Such a tragedy.
Just a shame.
Such a tragedy.
Right, now
Prayers
the
to
son.
the family.
Right, exactly. Okay, moving on. This is news that we did not want to hear. We didn't want it to happen, but it's happened. Zika virus confirmed to be in the U.S. This is not good because if you're in the newsroom, anybody knows, I freak out when it comes to mosquito bites. Here's the story. The outbreak...
And you know I hate bugs, especially in country-ass towns.
Oh, you had to say that. You had to say that. One day we'll get him to reenact that. That'd be the best part. Okay, so here's the story. Outbreak of Zika virus. It's been confirmed in Florida. This means Florida has become the first state in the U.S. to have a local transmission of Zika. Now, one of these cases involves a woman and 3 men in Miami-Dade County. More than 1,600 Zika infections have been reported in the U.S., but these 4 patients in Florida would be the first linked to Zika that is not related to travel. That's the worrisome thing. You know, if these mosquitoes breed and they spread to other states, I don't even want to think about it.
It's really tough to even know you have it without being diagnosed with
Well,
it,
here's
right?
the thing. I would think 20% of people show symptoms, the other 80% don't. So you could have it and not even know it.
I could have it right now.
Well, okay,
I could have
okay,
that,
I would
West
ask you,
Nile,
what Isiah just has a lot of diseases, I suppose. All right, what's your blood type?
I don't know.
Okay,
It's like bread.
Okay, I ask because some people are prone to get bitten. Me, one of them, I get bitten all the time. If I stand around you, I'll get bitten and you don't even have to wear repellent. If you're blood type O, right, if you've been drinking and you've been sweating, that makes you more likely to get bitten. Just FYI. I'm doomed. Are you kidding? I'm blood type O all the way. Okay.
I'm the other things. Keep on.
Okay, we're gonna end with National Chicken Wing Day. It's a good story. We finally have a good story in the hot topics. It's usually death and destruction. It is National Chicken Wing Day, so of course, Isiah, I have to ask you, where's your favorite place to get wings?
BW3. Or
Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah. Is that what they're called?
B-Dub, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm a Wingstop girl. Oh.
Those are not wings.
Okay, we're showing you wings on screen, but back out here, if wings aren't your thing, we're at Boudreaux's. They don't have wings, but they have fried gator bites. This is what it is. Isiah, take a bite.
No.
Oh, what? You're afraid of gator?
I'm from Louisiana, but I don't eat alligator.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm from Los Angeles, and I'm gonna eat some gator.
Thanks a lot, Angela Chen. Now we're going to move on. It has been a controversial subject. A mother went on social media, Facebook Live, and disciplined her child. Here's a look.
So, now, you want to try me, right? No. You want to be a little thought on Facebook?
We thought we'd seen it all, but this for us took the cake. A mother accuses her daughter of going too far on Facebook Live with a boy. That mother returned the favor in kind by putting her daughter on Facebook Live and brutally attacking her. Take a listen.
Huh? So you stay mad? So you stay mad at me? He's not in your house. You stay mad at me? He's not in your house. You stay mad at me? So I'm mad about the picture, huh? 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 So you trying me, huh? Huh? This what you want? What's wrong with you then? Huh?
Did that mother go too far? Did she cross the line, or is this perfectly okay to you? We have the full 5-minute-long video for you to see at fox26houston.com. But first, let's talk about it here on The Factor Uncensored.
I was late.
And welcome back to the Isiah Factor Uncensored. This is live TV, so people are still getting mic'd up. Kathleen, it's your fault because you weren't here on time.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Well, we have our Mommy's Roundtable along with Chris Branson, who's a local attorney, and he has defended parents who have had to deal with CPS cases. And obviously, guys, you all have seen this video where it has gone viral on the internet where this mother disciplines her child. Let's start with the moms first, Chris. Kathleen, as a mother, what was it like seeing that video, and did that mother go too far?
Absolutely went too far. It was horrifying. And I am one who I do believe in spanking in the proper settings and the proper ways. But that was unacceptable behavior. It was way over the line.
Charlotte Jackson, you have raised 3 children.
Yes,
you and
sir.
I talked a little bit before, and one of the things you said was that it was different discipline for each child. Tell me
Correct.
about that.
Each child has their own temperament, their own personality, and also the same way how to discipline each one of them. I have one of them, I could just look at him and he would crumble and tell me everything he did wrong. I have one who towers above me, and it didn't matter what I tried to do, he was still going to win the fight. When I tried to discipline him with a belt when he was in 5th grade, he ended up hitting me with the belt, breaking my teeth out. And my youngest one, oh yeah, he's severe bipolar and paranoid schizophrenic, so let's add that in there. But then the younger one, wild spirit, nothing was going to tame her at all. She went to the Army, they didn't break the spirit, but yet when she came home and started working in the prison system, suddenly it was like, Mom, you know, you really made a lot of sense.
Okay, Stephanie Spurling, did you ever have to physically discipline your children? Obviously, they're still young. Is that something that you look at, and seeing that mother, did she go too far?
Well, when my children misbehave, what I focus on is, as a parent, what have I done to not necessarily cause those behaviors, but what can I do to remedy those behaviors? I feel that the mother almost matched the daughter's actions by making the video go viral, and instead of matching the daughter's actions, she should have possibly displayed more of her parental actions by, one, going through all of the actions to remove the video, but also by talking to her daughter, asking questions, why would she do such a thing, and then moving forward with a plan to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Let's bring in Chris Branson, who's an attorney. Chris, step up just a little bit for us. Now, first of all, do you think it's a generational thing? Because as a kid, I was bad. I was really bad. And I remember getting discipline like that.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. It was a natural thing back then for me and my family. Is it a generational thing where people are hands off of their kids now?
Times have definitely changed, and she clearly went over the line from a legal standpoint, as well as I think for a parental standpoint. I agree with you that she went over, she should have been the parent. She shouldn't have gotten down on the child's level. At 16, she's way too old for any sort of physical discipline to be effective. She should have been a parent, found other ways to discipline her. But what I'm concerned about at this point is, from the comments back and forth between the two of them, they clearly love each other. She clearly had a good intent. And so my concern for this family is that CPS and the state is going to come in and be over the top in helping them and punishing the mother, splitting the mother and child up.
Any way out of this, Chris, from your perspective as an attorney for her?
Well, the only way around it is through it at this point. She's going to have to do some counseling. And it looks like there's a lot of interpersonal relationships that need to be worked on there.
Absolutely.
So,
real quick, discipline or not discipline physically? Yes or no? Kathleen?
If I have to say yes or no, I would say no. But there is the gray middle.
No discipline physically for your own kids?
Oh, no, I was spanked.
What about your own kids?
But my own kids, no.
Sell out. Charlotte Jackson, discipline physically or not?
One time it was physical, it was bad for me, so I would say no.
And Stephanie?
There's a lot of communication with my kids, but martial arts, I will say I see push-up discipline or maybe extra sit-ups, but that's as extreme as it is.
And does it work? Does it get through to them?
It really does. My sons, all I have to do, we transfer it into the house. So if there are actions at home that don't warrant good behavior, absolutely. Push-ups work. Corporal punishment is definitely, we try to stay away from it.
Stephanie Spurling, co-parenting the Spurlings coming up
with the Spurlings.
Coming up on reality TV, Charlotte Jackson, Kathleen McKinley in the new role, and attorney Chris Branson. You handle CPS cases. Thank you guys for coming on the Isiah Factor Uncensored. We'll be back with more Isiah Factor Uncensored. Make sure you stay with us. We have Jolanda Jones coming up on B and a long list of others. We'll be back after this. And welcome back to the Isiah Factor Uncensored. We're here live at Boudreaux's on 610 near the Galleria. And for a year, we have been trying to get this guy on the Isiah Factor Uncensored. Bum B, glad you could finally make it. Also, there was one person who made this happen, your wife, Queenie Freeman.
Yep.
Thank you. So how did you finally convince him to come on this little ragtag show?
I just told him. I said, it's time to go do Isiah CAREY show.
All right, and I appreciate it. Thank you. So you have been very busy. You have gone from just rapping to basically an entrepreneur, educator in the classroom. You're also a correspondent journalist out there for Vice. So tell us, why did you decide to branch out and go into different areas of not only entertainment, but journalism and education?
Well, for me, it's important to take chances in life, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people look to me for inspiration and guidance, and it's not necessarily everything that you say. A lot of it is what you do. And for me, being the elder of the hip-hop community, I want people that come up behind me to know that, you know, when we come into the music industry, we think that we made it, but it's really just the beginning, and it gives you a platform and an opportunity to touch a lot of people and do a lot of different things. Because of hip-hop, I've been able to teach at Rice University. Because of hip-hop, I've been able to help contribute to my community. Because of hip-hop, I've been able to travel around this country and around the world, you know, and I'm just a country boy from Port Arthur, Texas, you know. So for me, I'm trying to live my life in a way that others can look at and be inspired by and be encouraged to take chances in life. I never thought I'd teach at Rice University. I didn't even go to college, but the 20 plus years of being out in the world as a musician, as a writer, as an activist has allowed me the opportunity and the knowledge to be able to speak directly into the minds of people. It's a great opportunity, and I don't want to turn opportunities down in front of people, because if they look at the people that they look up to and see them afraid to take chances and afraid to get out of their comfort zone, then they'll never get out their comfort zone.
Are you ever in awe of your accomplishments, getting a position at Rice University, educating individuals, going around the country, speaking, inspiring people? Do you ever say, I can't believe this is that young teenager from Port Arthur, Texas?
Oh man, I mean, standing on the floor at the Democratic National Convention, watching, you know, President Barack Obama basically giving his swan song. You know, I remember being in Denver, Colorado, in 2008 when he accepted the nomination, and I was able to be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania when he passed the baton on to Hillary Clinton. All of this is because of rap music that me and my partner Chad Butler made and started making in his bedroom in Port Arthur, Texas, I'm consistently in awe of the opportunities that have been afforded to me in life, and that's why I try to maximize on those opportunities and show them to individuals and let them see that the sky is truly the limit, like Hillary said last night.
Now, one of your constants has been this lady. How important is she? I've always called you guys my favorite couple here in Houston. How important is she, and how inspiring is she to keep pushing on for the things that you do?
No one can do anything by themselves in life. And everybody at times get in places where they may not have enough personal strength to persevere through the situations or the hurdles that they may be dealing with in life. There are many times in my life over the past 20 years that we've been together that I can look back at and truly say that if it wasn't for having my wife in my corner, I don't know where I would be today. And it's not just the big moments, it's the little moments as well. And I can get up here and talk and present myself in a certain way, but I'm not the easiest person to deal with. I'm an artist by nature, so I tend to be naturally moody. My personalities can be inconsistent at times. I can wake up happy and go to sleep angry and be, and deal with the full range of emotions in between, but she's been there by my side the entire time, and I'm all grateful for her.
What's next for Bumpy? What do you have in the future that we don't know about that you can tell us and break here on the Isiah Factor Uncensored?
Well, first off, I don't want people to get it twisted. I still have my day job that I love and respect and doing, and that's making music. So I've been in the studio making some new music. I'm gonna try to get a new album out. I want to get it ready for when college goes back in, so I can get back out here, go to colleges with new music, because new music draws people to the stages, and then use those opportunities to go out and encourage young people to get not just registered and vote, but get involved with politics on a more consistent basis. Not just when they turn 18, not just when candidates look like them. They need to go home and get involved with local politics, state politics, as well as federal politics. We only want to get involved as a community when there's a national election. But the people we see on TV every 4 years aren't necessarily people that determine our lives on a daily and weekly and monthly basis. Those are the people in local government, city council, school boards, those kind of things, the people at the city hall. People need to be involved more with their local government.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bumpy, for finally coming on the Isiah Factor.
Thank you for having us,
and Queenie Freeman for making it happen. Thank you, guys. We'll be back with more Isiah Factor Uncensored. We have the very controversial Angela Box, who's always out the box. We'll be back after this. And welcome to the Isiah Factor Uncensored. We're here live at Boudreaux 610 at the Galleria. This one's always a firecracker. We have Angela Box. What are you talking about this week, Angela?
Well, I'm talking about the crap fest that was the DNC convention. And I have many things. Surprise. I had to have a vodka enema all week to watch this mess. So many things to talk about, but let's start with the WikiLeaks scandal, where we found out that Democrats are actually the party of racism, homophobia, anti-Semitism, and taco bowl engagement, which is what they called Hispanic outreach. So that's number one. Number two, let's talk about Lena Dunham, who gets out there. She is so, I have a special loathing for Lena Dunham. I don't know why, I just do. She gets out there talking in front of the DNC, and she says that this sister molester says that Donald Trump would probably think her body is like a 2. To which I say, heifer, please, you're like a -10. And then we have the thug moms that were trotted out. The thug moms that raised such...
Thug moms?
The thug moms that raised...
Their children were victims.
That raised such upstanding criminals like Michael Brown and Freddie Gray. Michael Brown's mother, who on her social media said she was happy that the Dallas cops were murdered. It is a true story. And then we get to Obama's speech. Obama, who said that the oceans would recede and the climate would be fabulous if he was elected president, has bashed Trump for trying to fix America. He has done nothing but divide us. Nothing but divide us. And now Hillary Clinton gets up there with her platitudes and her ridiculous comments, and her husband, her alleged rapist husband, asleep in the seats of the DNC convention with the lipstick on her teeth. And this woman wants to continue the same immigration policies, the same foreign policies as Barack Obama. Never Trump, people. I have one thing to say to you. we're at a crossroads in this country. We are either going to be like the townspeople that clapped and cheered at the naked emperor walking down the street saying, oh, he looks fabulous. Or we are going to say, he has no clothes on at all. And that is what Hillary Clinton is.
Okay.
He has no clothes on at all.
Let me stop you there.
All right.
So typically I debate with you.
Yes.
But I'm no match for you. So we brought someone who's a match.
What are you talking about?
Jolanda Jones.
Oh, Miss Day. Jolanda. Hi, Miss Day.
Kick her ass, Jolanda.
Jolanda, it's so nice to meet you.
I'm going to be nice before I start.
Oh, no.
Let me just go. But, you know, as I sat and I listened to you, I'm sort of thinking that you don't know anything substantive.
I know a lot of substantive.
That's why you're like Miss Soundbite. Like the stuff you say.
Ain't nothing soundbite.
I want to sit here and say, President Obama didn't say all the stuff you said he was going to say. President Obama said we needed to work together. and for you to sit up there and call moms who lost their kids thug moms,
okay,
it's absolutely offensive.
Let me time out
let me time out. Do what?
To
what do you think if you talk about it? You said what you had to say. So sit here and take it.
Episode of Maury? Is that what I'm watching right now?
No, you're on your
you're
total reality TV. Yes, ma'am. That's exactly why I'm here.
Okay, so
because all you do is get up there and you're jealous of Hillary. Clearly, you don't appreciate smart women.
I am not jealous of Queen Cankles.
Box white women with blonde hair and blue eyes. You heard me. I said it. I didn't stutter.
Jolanda.
And so you don't say.
I love your nonsense.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
The crazy thing is.
Call the
people out
police.
there like
Call
you.
the police.
And let me tell you something.
Me? You
Donald
mean people that
Trump
talk about
is
facts
just like Hitler. He's like
just
Hitler.
like Hitler.
People wonder, how did Hitler come to power? How? He said the same kind of crap that Donald Trump is saying now. And then he gets elected. And then there's a whole bunch of dead Jews everywhere. Because people like her want to say crazy stuff.
The Palestinian flag.
I haven't said anything about Palestine. I've talked about you. And that's your claim to fame. That's why you got out of HISD. Because you say stuff that's not grounded in fact, and now you have a consulting company where all you get to do is call people names.
Are you going to allow me to speak?
Sweetie, you spoke for 2 minutes.
All right, ladies. Thank you guys for coming on the Isiah Factor Uncensored. Jolanda Jones, Angela Fox.
So do I get to respond to that at all?
Oh, you responded in the beginning. Next week, we'll be back with a Factor Uncensored. Which camera? We'll be back in a moment.
I seen your picture, your name in lights above it. And when you smile for the camera, I know I love you better.
Welcome back to the Isiah Factor Uncensored. That last segment was really good.
We can't follow that.
Was
How do you
orchestrated by
follow
someone
that?
who was really, really messy.
Oh my God.
Now, what are you guys having fun and games?
Nothing that messy. Nothing that messy. Can we just start by saying, I love my church. I love my church, but we got to go there, guys. Unfortunately, there was an incident on an American Airlines airplane with John Gray's wife, a venter, and she needed to move seats. She needed to move from the front to the back because her kids needed to see her and be next to her.
From first class to coach.
From first class to coach, exactly. And at the end of the day, she got put off the plane. But before the plane took off, she got back on the flight. But there were some problems with this. TMZ asked the question, and they hated to ask John and his wife this live on screen. Do you think race had anything to do with this? John says, I don't quite think so. He says, I don't want to speculate. I like that answer. But what he did say was, oh goodness, here we go. Don't throw us out of Lakewood. But what he said was, I don't know if it was race as much as it was profiling. Because she was in a headscarf, Carmen.
Which is a nice word for a do-rag.
She said that, not me. Because she was in a headscarf.
Aunt Jemima thing?
The little do-rag, But it was a Louis Vuitton.
I'm so not talking. I'm not in this conversation. But because of that, they think she wasn't as flight savvy as she could have been, and that might have been why she got some of the trouble she got on that flight.
Yeah, there was a 2-hour delay.
Because of this.
Yeah, because of this. And she ended up getting back on the flight. Right. And then she started saying, we all got seats. Everybody got a seat.
I'm
now,
so
we got
not
2 minutes
covering
left.
this.
Jolanda ate up your time. What's next?
Okay,
Blame
if there's an
Jolanda.
opportunity for me to make $5 million in 45 minutes, I'm gonna need y'all not to interrupt, okay?
Right.
So Republicans reached out to Justin Bieber, asked him to perform 45 minutes, $5 million. They were gonna give him the cash up front as soon as he got there. He said, hell yeah, but Scooter, his manager, said, no. Yes,
right.
Now he said, you will perform in the event that we put banners, Black Lives Matter. GOP said, y'all can put banners, All Lives Matter.
Right.
All of Justin Bieber's band members are African Americans. They did not want to perform, so Justin Bieber said no to $5 million. So way to go, JB!
But let's just break that down. That is $111,000 a minute.
Jeez. I would perform.
Wouldn't you?
What's
okay,
next?
no, what's next? Okay, here we go. Look at the lovely Cops and Krispy Kreme story we got. Look at this fresh box. That is a full fresh box
But
of
you
Krispy
can go to
Kreme.
jail behind these
let's open
donuts.
it so
Is
the
that
camera
you?
can see it.
Fresh
Yes,
box
yes,
of Krispy
yes.
Kremes. Well, this man in Florida got pulled over, had a few flakes of sugar on the floorboard of his car. The cops did a roadside test and he didn't pass the drug test. They said he had crystal meth in his car. It was flakes from the donuts.
Well, they are like crack, though.
They are like
I
crack.
could say they're
Yes.
like crack.
They are, I had my first one today just because of the story, and boy, they are good. They are good.
You guys
But he
got 30
off
seconds.
The charges. He got off the charges. It turns out that the field test was wrong. He really didn't have drugs in his system, and the New York Times says 21% of those tests out there in Florida are wrong for meth. So this guy got off. But Krispy Kreme, make them cleaner, or bring your napkins, right?
Yeah. Or just suck them up like I do.
Yes, and
They're
we
gone.
We got to give a shout out to Ribio at the Krispy Kreme on Highway 6 in Yorktown Crossing. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Can I
ladies.
just go ahead
Appreciate it.
and test the
We'll be
flakes
back
real quick?
with more Isaiah Factor Uncensored in just a moment. As you can see, they're eating. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Crystal meth right there.
Yeah.
And welcome back to the Isaiah Factor Uncensored. Joining us now is John Gray, who is organizer of the Texas Adult Expo.
Texas with 3 X's, Isaiah. I'm glad to be on.
3 X's. Glad to have you on. Now, you've had a small controversy trying to find a location for this Texas Adult Expo. Where do you stand now? Do you have a home for this first annual event?
Hopefully, a third time's the charm, Isaiah. You know, a group out of Washington, I need to get them on you because you have a little bit more exploitation of child abuse and on your show earlier today with the parent. But basically, we have.
What are you trying to do to me, John? Go on.
You know, we basically, it's about her sticking their nose in somebody's business. They don't know what we're about. I mean, the clubs that are my sponsors, they basically have an association called COAST, which is Clubs Against Sex Trafficking. And basically, we have an agreement with the city. We fight sex trafficking just like they do. And in fact, this group out of Washington decided to do me a huge favor because they actually gave me a lot of publicity that I can't buy, like being on your show. I couldn't be on your show if they didn't give me the venue.
Now, Texas Adult Expo, what will we see there?
You'll be able to come meet your favorite stars that you're unable to fly all the way to Vegas to.
When you say stars, you mean like
adult
pornography?
Adult
Do they say
film,
pornography or adult film?
Adult film stars.
Okay.
We don't bill it as a porn expo.
Okay, got it.
We bill it as an adult extravaganza.
Uh-huh.
And basically, we're giving them a chance to, the people that can't fly all the way to Vegas, they're able to meet up close and personal and get selfies with their favorite stars. We have also reality TV stars. Dennis Hall from HBO Cat House, Anna Garcia from Bad Girls. And we've got some other surprises that are in store that are very popular actors that are coming in too.
Now, give me the exact dates and what can people expect to see there on those dates?
Basically, our opening night party kicks off at the Men's Club August 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. We're going to have the expo from noon to 6. Thursday night will be Therapeutic Thursday at the Ritz Cabaret. Friday will be a Fantastic Friday at Vivid. And then we're going to end it with a luau on Saturday night. There's going to be no nudity at our expo. It's very classy. I'm sorry to disappoint you. But basically,
rules are rules.
Rules are rules, and we follow the rules, unlike what they perceive. We just ask you to come out, attend it, and see for yourself.
Okay. And this is the first time you're doing this here, your organization?
Actually, I've done 3 in the past.
Okay.
And in fact, one at the Hilton that decided to renege on their contract with me. And I had an event there in 2009, called Lone Star Porn Utopia.
Now, it is one of the biggest industries in this country, but people think it's cool to just say no to it.
Everybody thinks everybody's forced into it. People are here by choice. The people that are dancers, entertainers, waitresses, barbacks, door girls, they all pay their taxes, and we all pay our taxes too. And again, I don't tell them what to do, and they're not going to tell me what to do.
John Gray, Texas Adult Expo, coming your way in August. Thank you for coming on the Isiah Factor Uncensored.
Bye-bye.
We'll be back with more Isiah Factor Uncensored with this new segment we call Broke Ass Vacations. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Factor Uncensored. Now it's time to check sports. Now the Astros lost to the Tigers 14-6, and Mark Berman has more on the Texans.
As we reported Friday afternoon on Twitter and on our website, fox26houston.com, Texans owner Bob McNair extends the contract of Executive Vice President and General Manager Rick Smith by 4 years. Smith had 1 year left on his contract, so he's now tied to the Texans franchise through the 2020 season.
Rick is an important part of our organization, and we really think that we've got all of the pieces together, and we want to keep them that way. And so one of the things that we needed to do was to go ahead and extend Rick, and that's what we've done. We've given him a 4-year extension, and he is very happy, and we're very happy, and he's done a fine job, and I think he'll just keep getting better each year. So I think we're very, very fortunate to have him.
McNair points out extending Smith was critical for the stability within the franchise.
Yeah, I think stability is important. And if you look at the clubs that have been good throughout the years, they've been very stable. They haven't had a lot of changes. Now, certainly if you don't have the right people, you need to have changes, but once you get the right people in place, I think it's much better if you can be stable and keep them in place for a long time.
McNair says there are many areas where Smith has excelled, including...
The first thing is, most important thing that he's doing, he's responsible for personnel. And I think when you look at our roster is very strong. You know, there are very few clubs that can say that they have a better roster than we do. And so you have to give him credit for putting that together. And then, of course, you know, our key players are under contract. And, you know, give him credit for that, because you've got to manage the salary cap and try to keep your players happy at the same time, and you've got a limited number of dollars to go around, and so you have to spread it around in the most equitable way, and so I think he does a good job of doing that.
Mark Berman, Fox 26 Sports.
If you can't afford a vacation and you're limited on time, we have an idea for you. Broke Ass Vacations!
That, and joining us now is Jill Franks from Cruise Planners, and you're our broke ass vacation expert.
I am for this evening. Broke ass vacation for everyone, right?
So this is for people who they may not have a lot of money. We're coming to the end of the summer. They have children that they have to put back in school. They have to pay for school clothes. So what are some affordable vacations out there for people who simply can't afford Disneyland or Disney World?
Well, what I've come up with is a list of options in and around Houston, so more of a staycation vacation, so they don't have to get on an airplane, they don't have to get on a cruise ship or anything like that. It's easy, maximum hour driving time for them, and it's a value for everyone.
And what I like most, none are over $300 or $400.
Right.
Okay, so let's take a look at the list.
All right, first on my list is the Omni Houston West Side. They have summer fun packages for families starting at $159 a night. That includes a pool bag for your kids with aloe vera, sunscreen in it, and an underwater camera. It's an old school camera, not like your iPhones. And then they have movie night by the pool with popcorn included, breakfast is included, and then they also offer a free shuttle to Memorial City Mall if they wanted to do some back to school shopping.
Excellent, excellent. What's next?
Next on my list is the Strigalon Marriott Town Square. Of course, you can do some shopping there. Starting at $169 a night, and it includes buffet breakfast for your family. While you're there, catch a Skeeters game, do some back-to-school shopping, go do some ice skating at the Aerodome Ice Skating Complex, or there's also the Houston Museum of Natural Science in Sugar Land that you can go take a look at while you're there.
Let's move on down the list.
Third on my list is the Boardwalk Inn in Kemah. Starting at $179, you get priority seating at the Boardwalk restaurants. For an extra $99, you can add on 4 passes for all of the rides all day. Or if you only have 2 people traveling, because not everyone has a family, it's only $49 to add on 2 all-day passes.
Very affordable.
Yes.
What's next on the list?
Next on my list, I have the La Choretta Lake Resort, which is in Lake Conroe. Prices there start at $189. It's a little bit more expensive, but they also include breakfast and lunch for all your children. They have a water park there with water slides, lazy river. They have the beach. They do fireworks on Friday nights, which is ending in a couple of weeks. And they have mini golf, a fitness center, and paddle and kayak rentals available.
Okay. Next on the list?
My 5th on the list is the Marriott Medical Center. Of course, there's so much to do around the medical center, the zoo, Memorial Hermann Park. This is a big area for Pokemon players. If you are into Pokemon, that's a hot spot in Houston to go to. Prices starting at $149. With breakfast, you can get for $159. And my last spot.
My neck of the woods.
My neck of the woods too. Woodlands Resort and Conference Center. They have a couple of options available. Rates starting at $219. It's a little bit higher, but they have the huge water park there. Water slides, lazy river. You can do bike rentals and hit the trails. They also offer a free shuttle to the Woodlands Mall and the Market Street. They also are offering a Pokemon special.
Okay, good.
It's a one-night special, $245 for the night. And with that, you get a free Pokemon toy. You get Pokemon Gym access, which I'm not really familiar with Pokemon, so I'm not sure what that means. And then you get to stop, they have Pokemon lures that they put out all day long so that you can get tons of Pokemons while you're there.
The only thing you're missing from your list, my favorite, the flea markets in Cut and Shoot.
I love Cut and
Shoot. You've never been to Cut and Shoot?
I've never been to Cut and Shoot.
Oh my God. You're a Montgomery County resident, you've never been to Cut and Shoot.
No, sorry.
Great flea markets there. Jill Franks, cruise planners, thank you so much for coming on the Isiah Factor Uncensored. We'll be back with more Isiah Factor Uncensored. Factor Gives. We're going to talk to Dennis Spurling. He's giving back to the community. Stay with us. And welcome back to the Isiah Factor Uncensored. We're following some breaking news right now out of Conroe in Montgomery County. A SWAT standoff has ended with a man shooting and killing himself. Police then found a child, a 3-year-old girl, dead in an apartment inside the apartment where the man was. Now, this happened at the Dominion Apartments on I-45 South near 1488. We'll have more on this on Fox 26 News in the morning. So we're continuing on with the Factor Uncensored. Now joining us is Houston attorney Dennis Spurling, also his ex-wife, Stephanie Spurling, for the Factor Give segment. Now, you guys have decided to donate air conditioning units to our senior citizens drive. First of all, thank you all both so much for that. Dennis, why did you decide to do it?
Well, I think that we have a duty to the other citizens here in Houston to help out and contribute to the elderly if we can and those who are in need. And we appreciate Fox 26 News for inviting us to help you all.
Okay, absolutely. Why is it important to make sure our seniors in the community are okay?
Well, in my community, many seniors contributed to the greatness in my life, and I would only like to pay the same respect. So we would ask that you guys join us tomorrow in donating air conditioners to the elderly at Fox 26 news station.
All right. And when you see that there are a lot of senior citizens out there in need in Houston with the weather the way that it is, 100-degree temperatures, how important was it that you get involved?
Well, I think it's important for all of us, and it's important for me as an attorney and as a leader in the community to set an example, not just for the adults, but also for the children. The children will do what they see you do, and if we set an example for our children and your children and everybody in the viewing audience's children, they'll follow that example.
Now we have 30 seconds left. You guys have a reality show coming up, co-parenting with the Spurlings. In 20 seconds, tell us about it.
Well, it's about us raising our children together, and
it's about us coming together to agree that us getting along is in the best interest of our children.
Right. agree.
And it's funny, it's exciting, and we hope that everyone can be
It is. Stephanie, thank you guys for coming on the Isiah Factor Uncensored. Once again, we'll have that breaking news on Fox 26 News tomorrow morning. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.
This newscast brought to you by Carpet Giant.